أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيम بسم الله الرحمن الرحीम। हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। जो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है जो विच वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इज हिस्टोलॉजी ऑफ पेरियोडोंशियम। हिस्टोपैथोलॉजी और हिस्टोलॉजी, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सेल्स आर इन्वॉल्व्ड and what is the histology of periodontium. The periodontium comprises the specialized tissue that surround and support the teeth, maintaining them in the jaws and enabling functional mastication. Histologically, it consists of four principal components: gingiva, periodontal ligament, cementum, and alveolar bone. Gingiva. Gingiva is the part of the oral mucosa that surrounds the cervical portion of the teeth. Towards the roots, the portion of the teeth towards the roots, and covers the alveolar processes. Alveolar process bone. Gingival epithelium. It is a stratified squamous epithelium and is divided into three regions: oral outer epithelium. The oral epithelium, outer epithelium is stratified squamous, keratinized or parakeratinized epithelium, depending upon its location. Similar to skin epithelium, the layers of epithelium are stratum basale, stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, and stratum corneum. Corneum being the outward layer containing keratin, and gradually then after that granulosum, then spinosum, and then basale. The function of gingival epithelium is to protection against mechanical forces. In this picture, you can see the epithelium which covers the gingiva. The epithelium has plasma cells, collagen fibers in pink, and fibroblasts for the defense mechanism, lymphocytes, neutrophilic granulocytes. These horizontal lines are periodontal ligament, and this is the epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium. Circular epithelium lines the gingival sulcus. This is the circular epithelium. Non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium lacks stratum granulosum and stratum corneum. So, the non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium does not have granulosum and corneum layer, and that is why it is more permeable than oral epithelium. Junctional epithelium attaches gingiva to tooth surface. Junctional epithelium, here you can see junctional epithelium. It attaches the gingiva to the tooth surface. Non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium is a few layers thin. It contains wide intercellular spaces. It has high turnover rate. It is attached to tooth by hemidesmosomes and internal basal lamina. These are the attachments, name of the attachments. Its function is it forms epithelial seal around the tooth. Gingival connective tissue, lamina propria. It consists of dense fibrous connective tissue, and it contains collagen fibers, mainly type 1, fibroblasts, blood vessels, nerves, and immune cells, lymphocytes. Here you can see this is the connective tissue, lamina propria. Plasma cells, macrophages. Periodontal ligament, PDL. The periodontal ligament is a specialized connective tissue between cementum and alveolar bone. The cells in the periodontal ligament are fibroblasts. These are the most numerous cells. Then cementoblasts or cementoclasts in the area of cementum root. Cementoblast makes new cementum, and cementoclasts are for dissolving. Then osteoblasts and osteoclasts in the area of alveolar bone. Undifferentiated mesenchymal cells and defense cells, macrophages, and mast cells for protection. The fibers, a periodontal ligament is composed of fibers. As you can see, there are fibers in the periodontal ligament, these fibers. The fibers of the periodontal ligament include principal fibers, which are Sharpie's fiber, alveolar crest fibers, horizontal fibers, oblique fibers are most numerous, apical fibers, and interradicular fibers. Interradicular are present between two bones, apicals towards the root, oblique which are not horizontal, and alveolar crest fibers are the ones in the bone region. Here, Here you can see Sharpie's fiber. These are the Sharpie's fibers. Among those, the most numerous ones are oblique fibers. Okay, you can see these are all the Sharpie fibers, and this is the histopathology of a Sharpie fiber. This pink, these green, and pink. Okay. Next is oxytellin fiber. Elastic system fibers run parallel to root surfaces and they are associated with blood vessels. Ground substance is rich in proteoglycans and glycoproteins. It allows shock absorption and tooth mobility. The function of ground substance is to support shock absorption, nutrition, sensory pain, pressure. Cementum. Cementum is a mineralized connective tissue covering the tooth root. Types of cementum: acellular cementum, which is the primary cementum. It covers cervical 2/3 of root, the lower 2/3 of root. It does not have cells, as the name indicates, acellular. It is formed before tooth eruption, and its function is the attachment of PDL fibers only. Cellular cementum or secondary cementum contains tooth. It covers apical third and furcation areas. It contains cementocytes, the cells, in lacunae. It is formed after tooth eruption, and its function is adaptation and repair. Now, cementoblasts are the cells responsible for the formation of cementum. They line cementum surfaces. Alveolar bone forms the tooth socket and supports the teeth. Now, an alveolar bone, there is an alveolar bone proper and supporting alveolar bone, cortical bone, cancellous bone, and the bone cells we come to. Thin layer lining the socket is alveolar bone proper, cribriform plate, also called laminar dura. Radiographically, it contains Sharpie fibers, numerous perforations for blood vessels. It has then the supporting alveolar bone, then cortical bone, compact bone, then cancellous and spongy bone, and the bone cells in the alveolar bone are osteoblast, which forms bone, osteocytes, maintenance, and osteoclasts, resorption of bone. In summary, the gingiva has mainly stratified squamous epithelium with connective tissue. PDL has dense fibrous connective tissue with principal fibers, Sharpie's fibers. Cementum is a mineralized tissue covering root, and alveolar bone is a bone supporting and anchoring tooth. Now, junctional epithelium is non-keratinized and has the highest permeability. And oblique fibers are the most important PDL fibers functionally, and they are the most abundant one, as we have discussed. And cementum continues to form throughout the life. These are some of the important points which you should remember. Now, this is the slide of an epithelium layers, just to make you clear how are the layers of in epithelium. What are the layers? This is stratum corneum. It is not present in non-keratinized epithelium, and stratum granulosum is somewhat less in keratinized, non-keratinized. Okay. Then this stratum lucidum, it is present in some cells, it's not present in all the cells. The stratum corneum, the uppermost cells of the stratum corneum are dead cells filled with keratin. Then comes stratum granulosum, then comes stratum spinosum, and this is stratum basale. These are some of the other cells present in the epithelium of skin. This is the epithelium of skin. Now, next is the brief histopathology of the periodontium. Summary: gingiva, oral epithelium, sulcal epithelium, histopathology, junctional epithelium, histopathology, gingival connective tissue, epithelium. This is how the gingiva cell looks under the microscope. This is how the cementum looks in the microscope. Acellular cementum, cellular cementum has cells. Then these are cementocytes which are in lacunae. You can see white lacunae in which purple are cementocytes. And then cementodentinal junction, from where dentine starts. Then comes periodontal ligament, collagen fibers, long fibers, fibroblasts. These are cells, blood vessels, red ones. Sorry. And cementum attachment. Then alveolar bone, this is bone trabeculae. There are osteoblasts, these are osteoclasts, and this is the bone marrow. Jazakumullah khairan kaseeran. I hope it's all clear. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.